You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Andy Smith.
And I'm Tim Fulton.
And this is Dear Bros.
Dear Bro.
All right, Dear Bros, where we rip some advice columns, and then we just give some bro advice. So, Tim's up first. What do you got?
Actual happiness. So this one...
Gross.
Gross. So this one is actually entitled Proud Mom Enjoys Close Relationships with Her Children.
Ugh.
I chose this one because we've been getting a little dark and heavy lately.
This is like the movie where there's no conflict.
Shut up.
Like Pleasantville without the conflict.
That was a good movie.
It was because there was conflict.
Dear Abby, I have read so many letters in your column about families who have all sorts of problems with their children, husband or wife, in-laws, parents, and other family members. They make me wonder how I got so lucky. My husband and I raised 4 children, 2 girls, 2 boys, and they could not be more of a blessing. We text each other every morning, and I text a daughter in Hawaii at night to let her know I'm okay. They call, they send cards, they send flowers. One son sent them to me for several years on his birthday with a card saying, "Thank you for having me." My heart aches for parents who don't have what I have. I can only hope they will find some peace later. And to my 4 children, thank you for the happiness you have brought me over the years. Georgia Mom. There's not really much to go over here, but I just like that there was something different and it wasn't just someone bitching.
No, she's just she sounds like a really nice lady.
I know.
Yeah. She don't have to fucking brag so much.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it was just one giant brag
Ooh,
card.
look at me with my mental health.
Dear Abby, your people are nuts.
Yeah, should be more like me and my children.
Yeah.
Maybe she should write like a little memoir about like what she did
Write a book.
and how she did it.
Dear idiots, this is how you raise children.
They sound like nobody I want to go to a party with.
Oh, shut up. Leave her alone.
Not her kids.
Oh. Why? They love their
I'm just
mommy.
fucking with you, dude. There's nothing here. I got to make something up.
That's a good point. All right, so Abby says, Dear Georgia Mom, problems are the basis of my column. There are so many functional, happy families, but few of them take the time to write and share that. Clearly, you are a great parent, and for that, you deserve congratulations. However, there is an element of luck in parenting, and I have heard from parents who devoted themselves to giving all they could to their children, and their children did not turn out to be as loving, genuine, and appreciative as yours. I agree that your family is fortunate to recognize their blessings, chief among them each other. Chief among them each other? I've never. Is that a saying?
Meaning the highest among all those things is that they have each other.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that. So yeah, just a little happy one.
Yeah, that was
Gay.
yeah, super gay.
It's just a reminder that it's not all bad, and she has a point. It makes it sound like the world's crazy, but she's there to solve problems. So you just
It's like when you watch the news, and if you only based on people what you watch on the news, everyone's fucking nuts, shit's on fire, fucking
the world ended
plague
like 8 times.
and all this shit. It's like that's a small amount of people. Like if you watch Cops.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, everyone's getting arrested all over the place, everywhere. There's
All the
never
time.
a quiet night. It's like, no, that's not gonna.
Fucking
matter.
terrible. All right, Andy, what do you, dear bro? Faceless Facebook.
Faceless Facebook. So
I feel like I'm gonna get heated on this one.
It starts. Yeah. So this one, like, there's some red flags in here for like multiple reasons.
Okay.
All right. So this is who's writing it? I don't know who the hell's writing it. All right. I met this beautiful woman online 3 months ago. We haven't met in person yet, but plan to. We spend at least 8 hours a day online together. Okay, first of all, what do you do?
This reminds me, we need to physically get red flags so I can toss them whenever shit like that comes up.
Most people don't spend 8 hours a day together if they're not sleeping.
Yeah.
Period.
Do they work?
Who the fuck knows? Spend 8 hours a day together online, and our relationship is really advanced. I know this makes me think that they're very young here. I know she's real and not a catfish because we talk about everything. How does that mean you're not a catfish?
I don't know. Continue.
We even tell each other the L word. The fact that they said L word makes me think that
They might be a child. Young. They might be young.
yeah. My dilemma is she has a second Facebook account and absolutely refuses to accept my friend request. She says she needs her privacy and it's none of my business. She also tells me her friends on that page are all male coworkers. She says she prefers to have mostly male friends in her life. Am I wrong to be upset if she refuses to let me see that profile or be on? Sorry, I can't read. Or be on her friends list on there. Am I asking too much? I asked her what happened to transparency, but she won't answer that question either. What's going on here? Stuck on her in Pennsylvania.
Dude, you're being catfished. I don't know how else to tell.
Okay.
Tell you.
So I'd say there's like a 1% chance that she has a second Facebook only to talk to her coworkers with so that she can keep her work life and her personal life separate.
Okay.
It's the only thing. And she doesn't want someone she's talking to or dating on there because it's going to be like, why is so like, it just, you want to keep work at work, home at home.
Fair.
Given all the other stuff, it's probably not happening. It's probably not the case. So, chances it's a dude?
I'm going to say relatively high. So there's a lot.
Did they talk on the phone?
He never says
He said
that.
online.
He just says online. So there's a lot to
unpack
here. First, I don't think this online relationship is this dude's major problem. It's there. We could go into that more. I don't want to beat down the guy who's writing in for advice.
No, beat him down.
Okay. So there are times when people are so devoid of interaction with people that I do this
again.
all the
did it
goddamn
again. You can't help but
time.
be short. All the time.
All the time. That they try to. Now I'm like super self-conscious of where that button is. That they try to fill that void with anything that they can without realizing it. You don't know.
A lot of people do that.
A lot of people do that. I've done that in the past. I mean, it happens in stages and like in spurts or whatever. So, but this dude has taken it to an extreme level. He's like basically saying, I'm in love with this girl I've never met. You don't even know what she's like in person. Like, online chemistry and real life chemistry are not the same thing. But he loves her after 3 months of talking online.
And he knows she's not a catfish because they talk about everything.
It's literally not true.
That's not the definite. That's not what talking has nothing to do with being catfished.
It's a round argument.
Yeah. So first of all, sir, you have 8 hours a day to devote to just speaking with this person online. So either you're getting paid at work to do it, which more power to you.
Yeah.
Or
dude.
You're spending 8 hours of your free time online talking to them, which you got to get a hobby. You got to do something else with your time.
Seriously, it's not healthy.
No. I mean, I'm not one to tell people what to do with their personal time or whatever, but it seems to me that if you're having all these issues and it seems he's more of an obsession at this point.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's
than
an obsession.
Actual connection. And she might just be, I don't know what her or his or them, I don't know what their objective is here.
What their deal.
Whether he's like got money or he doesn't have money or if he's a dude and whatever. But there's some weird shit going on. And the fact that like he's convinced that he's not being catfished is like he's not in a right good state mentally.
She says we can only meet up after I join her OnlyFans page.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Work on, and also too, she said she prefers to have mostly male friends in her life. There's like, hang on, let me think here. There's only a few people that I know in my whole life that when they say that, that's what it is. It's like, no, maybe one or two. Like, being like, oh, I like having guy friends better because whatever. And it's usually because like either they're a tomboy and they just associate things like sports and whatever with males better. But for the most part, that means I do shady shit to bitches and none of them like me.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at hiding it. So they kick me out of the group. Or you just have really shitty friends. But that's another, not saying it's a hard red flag, but it's like it's coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's see.
Well, hold on real fast. So what's your advice to the dude before we look at all we did so far is beat him down?
Oh, yeah. How do you get, okay, so how do you get out of it? So number one, he's got to have confirmation that this person's either catfishing him or doing something. And even then, it might not be enough.
Yeah.
You can't just tell him to walk away, even though that would be the better advice, I think, at this point. I would say number one, stop spending 8 hours a day online talking to them.
Solid advice.
You need a break because the thing is, there's only so much you can do. And at some point, yeah, it's cool, but you can't just be talking about nonsense and not doing other things. Like, there's other shit you got to do. I guess you got to meet them.
You have to.
Right? He's got to meet. I got something in my eyeball. I guess you got to meet him. Don't wait 3 months to meet him. Do it soon.
Yeah, sooner rather than
before
later.
you get so far down the rabbit hole you can't see the light in the tunnel.
I wonder how far apart they are. Did they say like where they live? We haven't met in person yet. Blah 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 blah. No, so we don't know if they're like right next door or if they're like across the state or across the country.
Well, he said they spend at least 8 hours a day together.
Dude,
online.
That's scary. Go outside. Go shower.
Jesus. The fuck. This is like this has all the mental capacity of like a 14-year-old.
But I don't think it is anymore because he said that she has work friends.
That's what I mean. But like the mentality of like
Yeah.
a 14-year-old where like there's no responsibility, there's no gauge yet of like how much time to devote to certain things. You're kind of just like, I like this, I want to do it all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
let's see what Abs has to say. Although you have spent a lot of time online with this woman, your relationship is still new. As your relationship proceeds, how will you feel about the fact that most of her friends are other men? I do think there's something going on, which is the reason she doesn't want you to see that account. The most important question is, do you trust her? You won't know the answer to that until the relationship has developed further. Stop using the L word until you know her much, much better.
Oh.
And she wrote that like it was to a 14-year-old.
Yeah. Well, he either is or he has a mentality of one. Sorry, dude.
Well, he just might be stuck in the, you know, you get his train might have just jumped on a different track and he just can't get it off.
You know what? That's fair. A lot of people get stuck in certain like ruts,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to like take yourself out of the equation and like see the big picture. Right now, all they can think about is I want this chick.
Yeah,
And it's hard to like get that like take a step back and be like, whoa, what's really going on in this situation?
Yeah, and the problem is that those kind of behavioral things, fucking doctor over here, fucking shut up, jerk off. Those like kind of things, it's like anything, right? Like you divert the water and it starts running a groove in the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
The longer you let that water run a groove, the harder it's going to be to dam that and divert it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to keep letting that water run down to where it's now a shitload of water and it's so hard for you to jump it and get it back on track where it needs to go.
No, yeah, I agree. Which someone needs to slap him across the face and get him.
Yeah, this seems to be one of those things where he's going to have to get it like double tap between the eyes. He can't, you're not going to be able to talk this guy out because he's one of those people that clearly can talk himself into stuff. Like when he says, I know she's not a catfish because we talk all the time. It's like, you're not explaining anything to this guy.
Yeah,
he needs to see things right up front in his face. No punches being pulled.
Yeah. So maybe him finding out that she's not the person she said she was would be the best thing for him to get him out of this like sick circle.
Or maybe he's going to prove us all wrong and she's going to be.
Dude, nothing would make me happier than if this had like a fairy tale ending.
Imagine he did, and that was true, and he wrote it back in and was like, "Fuck you." It worked out, bitch.
Yo, although that would be good, that would fuck up so many other people.
I know.
All right. Any last thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, I am wearing my new D&D Ranger shirt, though.
He is. We have a whole line of D&D stuff available on our website. You can check it out by going to brodownpro.com.
This is before we made the adjustments, too, so they look even doper now.
They do. They do. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah.
We even have your old favorite classics up there, too. So go to brodownpro.com today. Buy stuff. Help me afford things. And we will catch you guys next time.
We might even be putting a sale on soon. Who knows?
Check it out.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.